First, look at my nails. Oh, they're so nice. Look at how classy I am. I like put like little on it. Uh-huh. Yep. Uh-huh. They're beautiful, I know. It's a talent, I guess. I'm gonna go into the nails business and become a Korean. That was offensive. Okay, so I have a specific topic tonight that I would like to discuss, and that is I don't know how long this is gonna last because I'm like balancing my laptop on like a rounded like treasure chest thing that I got for Christmas one year. It's wonderful. It keeps all of my journals in it, and then I lock it. Um, Anyways, it's rounded, and I'm balancing it. I don't really think that much, but whatever. It'll be fine until it falls. So, specific topic. I don't even know what to like name this topic other than I'm a bad person speech. Now, I'll get more into that later in this video. I feel like this is going to be a long one. So, I've dealt my entire life with really bitter people about bitter things and how, like, I'm such a bad person and let me say it to everyone around me. Now, it's not bad to say it to everyone around you. Like, that's fine. Whatever. But it's the bitter thing that, like, I've always had to deal with. I just got dark. There we go. Growing up, well, my parents got divorced when I was 4. And my dad, my dad's the kind of person that, no matter what happened to him in his life, it would always focus on the negative stuff. It would always be about the negative stuff, and most of his life was kind of shitty, so, like, I understand that. I mean, like, he went to his high school senior prom. No, he didn't. He didn't go to his high school senior prom and went to a movie alone. That's my dad. He was a huge douchebag in high school. He often tells me stories of, one of his favorite insults was, he likes to say this to me and Lexi. Hey, he'll like go up to someone like they're really, really, really pale, like my sister, and be like, "Oh hey, like have you been tanning lately?" And then my sister will be like, "No," because she's pale as a sheet. And then he'll be like, "Yeah, didn't think so." And or he'll tell me like a pickup line he said, or like, "Oh hey, I really like your dress. You know where it would look better? On the floor next to my bed." Yeah, he's a good one. So, I mean, I didn't spend a lot of time with him growing up, and I think that's a good thing because my self-esteem would be incredibly low if I had lived with him growing up. The point is, he is the most bitter man I know. And I grew up with that. I grew up with him constantly being down on his life and who he is. And it affected me. It affected me growing up, especially around like late elementary school, junior high, that sort of stuff. I started getting sick, like 6th, 7th grade, and I was absolutely miserable all the time. Not just because of my condition or anything like that, but because I would get so down on myself and my surroundings and people around me, and I would just think that like it could never actually get better. Like nothing would ever get better, and the way that I wasn't even like worth the time to for anyone to even get to know me. I mean, I was still like my social self, talk to everyone, whatever, but I was more annoying than anything. And I would just get so down all the time. And I was a really, really negative person. It wasn't until I was told that I would need brain surgery sophomore year, and that the results of the surgery was 50-50 fatal or not. And I mean, it wasn't even then. I was so absolutely miserable with my life that I really didn't even care which way. I actually preferred the fatal. And I mean, I was absolutely miserable. So it got to the surgery was scheduled like spring break of my sophomore year. I wrote my will when I was 15. The surgery was scheduled for spring break of my sophomore year, and it wasn't until like 2 minutes before the anesthesiologist came in that I had like allergic reaction to one of the medicine that I like realized what was actually going to happen. Like everyone around me had been crying forever, and I was like the one comforting them. Anyways, like, the anesthesiologist like gave me like the anesthesia, obviously, and he told me to count back from 10, and I was out at 8. And I remember like kind of like losing it at like 9, and I was like, this guy's an asshole. He totally lied to me. And so I came out of the surgery, and for about 6 months, I was better. I was better, and I saw the world in a completely new light. Like, I felt bored for the first time ever in my life, and I guess you can't see really the significance of that, but when you spend years of your life in bed or in the hospital, and really just sleeping or in pain, you never have time to be bored. And so I felt bored. It was like the happiest time of my life. I couldn't feel my extremities for years, like my arms and my legs. I couldn't feel them. They were absolutely numb. And I remember one day I stubbed my toe, and it was so joyful. My like mom and I just celebrated while I was like in pain. And anyways, the point of this story is I was suddenly given this like new chance, and through therapy probably also I was so much more of a positive person. I still am. Like, I guess maybe I'm too positive, but I've seen so much darkness that I never want to see that again. And I've seen darkness in people. I've seen darkness in people dealing with me. I've seen darkness in growing up. I've seen darkness everywhere, but I've also seen light and how people can choose it. And I constantly reference Beast of Eden with Tim Shaw. And if you've never read it, it's just fucking read it. But also, there's a theme in the book, I've probably mentioned it before, Tim Shaw. And it's my favorite thing ever. It means thou mayest. It means that you have a choice in your life whether you're going to be something or you're going to be not. But it's never black and white. It's never someone is fully bad or fully good. You always have a choice into what to see in your life. It doesn't matter how you're raised. It doesn't matter what you've had to deal with. You have a choice. You always have a choice. You always can better yourself or better the people around you by bettering yourself. And I think it's something really important to remember always. Now, this gets to the I'm a bad person speech. Now, I have heard this song and dance over and over and over again from countless, you have countless people. I've heard this. One of my favorite versions is the I'm a bad person and I don't really want to get emotionally involved with you. I thought this was more of a I might just sleep with you and we'll be done with this sort of thing. It's more of the I'm really a bad person and like I'll just be straight out with it, whatever. Um, and then I've heard the I'm a bad person speech that more goes like, oh, like I'm such a bad person. Just please pay attention to me. This is just so sad. My life. Does she feel sorry for me? That one I don't hear as often, but that one's fucking annoying. And then there's the more popular one is the people who actually believe that they are bad people. And these people are always my favorite people. Like, the people I most want to be friends with. Um, because I think they see something else of the world. And maybe it's the like whole theory of the like I want to fix people thing. I don't think it is. Like it's interesting to me and it makes me kind of heartbroken to think of people that actually find themselves to be bad people when I don't think they are. See, I see more of their redeeming qualities than anything. And I don't like it's like I want them to see it. Like I want them so badly to see it and focus on those things more than anything else. Like the holiday this year, every time he would say, I'm a bad person, like all this stuff, like some of the kindest people I've ever known believe that they are horrible people. And maybe in some way it's true. Maybe they think bad thoughts, or maybe they are awful to other people. But I live my life in a way that how does that person treat me? And no person that I've ever met that's been like, oh, I'm a bad person, has ever treated me terribly. The third version, obviously. And I guess tonight I was struck with this again. Hi, Charlie. And see, it's just all of my words will never mean enough. Because when you spend your whole life listening to others around you or realizing things about yourself, you tend to focus more on the negatives until something happens to you. I would never wish something to ever happen to any of them. And so it's hard. It's hard to get across how important it is to focus on the positive parts of your life and how you make people laugh, or how like you want to help this kid with their homework one time, or how you watch this girl's vlog every night and make comments about it that are just oh so nice. And you can never just focus on those, like focus on how you can make some other people happy. Like it doesn't matter how many fucking people you make unhappy, or if that's even the case, or how you make yourself unhappy. You can change it all by thinking about that mist. Maybe that's my sunshine and rainbows piece of it, but that's it. I don't think I worded as well as I want, but good shit out there. So, before you make an I'm a bad person speech, don't overgeneralize. Don't ever say, oh, I'm this awful, awful human being. You're not Hitler. Shh, my dear, shh. And that is all I have to say about that. In other news, it's even so Christmas. Christmas is so long. happy more 8 minutes of Christmas. Good night.